Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play like Crusader. I'm your host CPC Gamer, and in our last episode, languages! Now before we begin today's episode, I want to show you this. If you go to the map for this stage, you can see that the special worlds all interlock and create a little circular pattern. Isn't that great? I think so. Anyways, in the last episode, we also found 8 of King Garid's wizards, who were all imprisoned... And now, if we talk to them, this will happen! Yeah, I am all about wireframes. Let's go! That would have been so much cooler if I actually landed in the crystal there, but... You know, shut up. Oh, and the Necromancer decides to taunt us with the best phrase of all, "You can't come back!" Which... I don't know, it's like... barely a step above, "I will knock you all down." So, this guy is probably the most video gamey of the bosses in the game. He's got 2 or 3 very easily telegraphed attack patterns, and you have to do very specific things to avoid each. And he's even got a desperation move when he gets low on health. So right now, you're going to want to avoid these options and try to attack between them. And I'm finding that this magic is helping a whole bunch because it has crazy reach. Oh! And once again, he's also got the power to destroy your speakers. Like, I know Treasure had a habit of... Apparently you can deflect those blade beams! Who knew? But no, Treasure liked being really loud in their games. And this game seems to follow suit with that and the music and all, but... The earthquake magic is a little excessive. Alright, time for the desperation phase. This is when he pulls out a lot of the keep moving and nobody gets hurt quite as much attacks. I mean, at the very least, he stops being a jerk and hiding up in the air, because perspective is really tricky in 2D games like this one. He says, "Yeah, there we go." I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he stops hiding in the air as much when he gets low on health, but what do I know? I haven't played this game for a while. I mean, I do know that I stopped him from showing off a particular attack. When he's low on health, he gets 3 options instead of 2, so the window to hit him is that much smaller. Now, heading to level 6 has raised a couple of event flags in the higher up levels, so let's check those out before we continue on. Not in Japan, though. Much though I would love to go to Japan again, I don't need to do that right now. I think it's this one. Yes! Crystal World! If we come back after going to beat level 6, this door appears.
Beat them.
Ominous, right? And especially since it uses the Heartbeat soundtrack. But let's do this fight and see what happens. I mean, it kind of makes sense that it would be these guys, because like this is the second time we've seen this in this game. Because remember in level 2, a trio of these Captain America samurai were guarding a special sword? Oh, and did I just mistime how quickly I was going to do this fight and give the game away? Not really. So... Oh, by the way, this is how you know the room is here. Because if you look at the map, there'd be a hole in the otherwise completed circle. So, we have picked up the Crystal Sword. It's weaker than Light Crusader, but it has a random chance to cast ice when you make a successful attack. It's not particularly worth it. Our second secret involves going to the city. And I know the teleport room was just one room over, I just wanted to do it this way. Kettlewell the Dangerous Chef has been kidnapped! But at the very least, we can steal her ladle. If you know what I mean. So the ladle is practically useless. If you use it while you are submerged in water, it will cure poison. But I don't think there's a single floor in this game that includes enemies that can poison you and bodies of water. Like, it's just a weird little detail to include that you can cure yourself like that. I'm just going to ignore you. Oh. Well, I guess we can't just save the kid. We have to fight the wizard. Now, interestingly, if you go through the game code, you can find an unused item called Bottle, which... it's just that. It's an empty bottle. And whoa! That kid got, like, ultra comboed. Sorry, dude. Oh, and again! Wow, I am bad at this saving people thing. Anyways, if you hack the bottle into your inventory, you'll find that it's a functional item. If you use it while submerged in water, the bottle will be replaced with a bottle of water. So yeah, get out of here, wizard. I'm gonna steal your stuff. Man, you're telling me it was frightening? It was like fireballs and lightning were raining from the sky. There's a song lyric there, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, yeah, this one! I don't remember this one at all. So give me a second. Alright, what else do we have here? Ah, yes, the wrong solution to this puzzle. I remember it well. Also, unused items. You can hack 2 rings into your inventory. 1 ruby and 1 sapphire. They don't do anything. And there's a knapsack, which doesn't particularly do anything. And in what universe did the solution to that puzzle make sense? Did I get stuck on a magic pixel or something? No matter, because it's this fight again. Let's go! To me, the most interesting unused item is a featureless black cube. When used, it pops up the window asking the player if they want to save the game. And you can use it in any room. And if you load that game, then David will appear in the door he used to enter that room in the first place. The cube disappears after 1 use, though. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting to me. And I wonder why they cut it, because it's basically a one-shot save state. Huh. Let's try that again. I really like these little gold dealios on the wall, by the way. They look shocked. Shocked! At the things unfolding in front of them. Now, if I do that, I think that I can nudge it. Yes! Physics object plus physics object equals screw you, I'm sliding tiles around independently. Moving on! Is there a boss in this room? No, okay. Seems a little early for one of those. Oh, I remember this room. We need to have this barrel slide down the room with the power of the wind. And if I remember rightly, the other one is a reset door like in Mario. And we may yet see this. Can I pull this back, folks? Yes, I can! And while we wait for the wind to die down, a word on the theme of this level. Piñata. And now, several words on the theme of this level. It's kind of bland, and it seems to have abandoned the themes found in the other 5 levels of the dungeon. Because we had the Goblin Village, the Undead Ice Rink, the 8 magical worlds where all the budget went. This one is a very long puzzle chain. And fair enough, it's the last level, so you want it to be a challenge. It just lacks a certain kick that the other levels had. Now, how do I do this? Like this? Nice! Double nice! The Holy Sword! Which looks like a giant sigh. Much like the Crystal Sword, it's weaker than Light Crusader, but it has a chance to cast a spell every time you attack. In this case, the spell is Turn Undead. And given that the floor with all the undead enemies was 3 floors ago, kinda too late. Thank you very much for talking through that mishap, Andy, because now you have to leave in the bit where everybody saw you get it wrong. Like, I remember talking about this when I was younger, and of all people, my mum came up with a pretty good reason as to why this level was so sparse. The enemy didn't expect for me to get this far. Because if you think about it, they threw all their monsters and their defenses into the upper levels, and now I'm here, I've beaten all that stuff, there's just nothing left but block sliding puzzles. Although, my personal interpretation, now I'm looking at it, I think they were running up against a deadline. Because I mean, there's no reason that guy couldn't have just left on his own and gone home. Same deal with this woman. But I had to go and talk to them to send them home anyway. I mean, they actually do go home, incidentally. Like, if you chat to the villagers in Green Row, they'll mention that the various characters you found and rescued have come back. You know, things like, you know, Sue's little boy has come home. Isn't that great? And things like that. It's a really nice little touch. Now, I think I remember this room. It's similar to what we did before. We have to put, I think, this one against the wall, and then, yeah, that one's a stopgap for the other one. Yes! Even now, 6 floors in, a lot of this stuff is automatic. And that's just so weird to me. But have I mentioned how much I love this music lately? Like, most of the music in this game is great, but this adventure theme is the best one. And I especially like that little riff in the middle, because it sounds like exactly what this is meant to be. Kinda medieval, kinda adventure-y. And apparently the old man got kidnapped at some point. I don't know. As far as I am aware, the only villager on the surface who disappears after a certain point is Kettlewell the Dangerous Chef. And even then, I'm not entirely sure why. Although I do like the idea behind it. Like, even now, at the end game, the problem is still a problem. We're not just, you know, strutting in to kill the final boss. Now, the silver key opens this door, which leads us to another transitional room, and this guy! What do you got for me?
Thank you.
Fun fact, there is a pathway through every mirror in the game, but this one only opens if you talk to that guy and give him some water. Fun fact number 2, when I was a teenager, I would never have enough water when I went to talk to that guy, so I'd end up completely stuck, and I'd have to go try find one on an upper floor. Although, come to think of it, you can probably just buy one in town. Magic Crayon, do your thing if you can buy one of those in town. In the meantime, I don't think I even want to be there. My notes say there's another exit for me to look at in the mirror room. Oh, and so there is. Oh, right, because the note is, don't go into the other room, it's a dead end. I even had it underlined. Ah, nice work, Andy. Right, let's heal up. Sort our inventory, because you have to sort your inventory. And go back and fight that boss. It's not a boss. It's a standard enemy mage, but it feels like a boss because it's really tough. Now, there is a trick to this one. If you look carefully, the actual wizard leaves a green flurry whenever he appears, and the mirror image just, you know, appears without fanfare. Not that this knowledge will do you much good, because as you've seen, they teleport around the room like mad anyway, but, you know, it's there. You can work it out if you need to. And that was a persistent fireball. Alright, forget you guys. Or maybe not, because Shinoligans are afoot. Am I? Yeah, I'm good to go. By the way, you might have been wondering why I call them Captain America Samurai? It's because of that. They have a straight-up shield slash. Now, the barrier is connected to one of those 3 soldiers, and when you kill the right one, you can continue through the room. I just went for the other 2 because I want some extra bits. Including an apple, which is another new item for me. Like, I am always amazed when I find stuff like that. I wonder if any of the staff in the... Oh, hey! It's Kettlewell, the Dangerous Chef! Should I help her? Oh, she's probably fine. I always like to think that the cook just wasn't kidnapped at all. She just chose to go into the dungeon. And she was just, maximum life! And just wreck things with her frying pan. Incidentally, I do believe that was the last one of those, so that's the last time I'll be shouting maximum life anytime soon. Except for that. Now, read on.
Beat them.
That's not the room I meant to go to. I wanted to go to this one. Or did I? Because Because in my mind there's a boss fight in the room next to the chef beating up the goblin, but apparently it's just a regular old beat them room. And for as much grief as I gave this level for being sparse, I think they made the right choice by only having 2 of these little meteor things. Like, we've already fought formations of 3. Cutting it down to 2 was the right move. And I reckon that this bit of the game is just letting you feel powerful. You know, you've done a lot of grinding, you've fought some really tough bosses to get here. Why not throw some low-level goons and let you enjoy it? Oh, and there's another one. Hi! Though, come to think of it, this level might also serve as a recap of everything we've seen thus far. You know, because the first boss was the meteor, then it was onto the goblin village and so on. Oh yeah, it's this boss that I was thinking of! Look at this pudgy chump! I have absolutely nothing on this guy. Like, I don't know what he's meant to represent, who he is, what he's doing here, why those tiny little drake wings are expected to hold such a large frame, or how they managed to do it. Like, this whole thing is a mystery. Oh, I do know this bit, though. If you attack that green pyramid, he gets his health back. So, maybe don't do that. And you might think it's obvious to say that, but did teenage me listen to that advice? Oh, child, no he did not. And I would get so wound up about it too. Like, this guy's just cheating. How is he getting his health back? I'm attacking the stupid health restoring triangle and everything. Also, you see that? He even heals himself. Like, if he attacks the pyramid, then he gets his health back. Shenanigans, I say! The most popular hypothesis between my friend Chris and I is that he would always heal when the lamps were on. And I don't know if that's the case. I think the lamps are just there because otherwise we're in an empty room. But then again, the rest of the game isn't shy about empty room boss fights, so, you know, the lamps have to do something, right? Not necessarily. And not that I or anyone else on the internet can tell. As far as we know, they are just set dressing. But on the plus side, the boss doesn't have a great deal of HP, so if you're careful with your attacks and you are smart about not healing him, then you're gonna be okay. Oh, and if you keep spamming Thunderbolt, apparently, that's having a pretty good effect. Once more? No? Ah, come on. Yeah, there we go! Look at him go! What is this wacky comedy boss doing in the middle of this vaguely serious video game? I mean, really now? Oh, come on, game. Really? I just did a super tough fight. I don't want to do another one. And the annoying part of this is that the wizards are set up to avoid pretty much every method of crowd control. Like, if you cast Earthquake, they keep teleporting around until it stops. If you use Judgment, they take maybe 1 point of damage, then vanish until the spell goes away. Oh. Well, there we go. It actually wasn't that hard. Oh, and here's the princess! Man, that's probably the fastest rescue mission ever. That's... what, 3 minutes? Oh, and here's the rest of the plot. Remember that thing I said in episode 1? Dun dun dun! We kinda knew that because we met him in level 2. Wait, is that why Rogue wanted revenge back in episode 1? That's like taking the friend zone to the nth degree. That's not cool. In any case, join us next time for the end of Light Crusader. And until next time, goodbye!